What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today comes from the Froth Brewing Company, and they're out of Buffalo, New York, and this is their Liquid Lollipop, the peach, graham cracker, marshmallow, and cinnamon variant. So this is what they are calling a triple fruited sour ale that is brewed with the aforementioned 4 ingredients. Comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in the time of review. This can is exactly 9 days old. So it's been a while since I reviewed anything from Froth on the channel. Been about maybe 2.5, 3 months. And I haven't been buying a lot of local beer, and you might say that's a little bit weird because during this current pandemic, you would want to support local, and I do, but I haven't bought any beer in like the last 3 months, and that's because I just haven't really been going out all that much, and I have so many beers from generous individuals who have sent them my way that I don't need to. But about, I don't know, it was about maybe 3 or 4 days ago, good old Average Pops. He was in the Froth area, and he decided to stop there and see if they had any of the lollipops from the recent release still available, and they still had this one. So he picked up a 4-pack. My dad likes the Liquid Lollipop series, so he'll drink a couple cans of it, and I actually, have one to review and then one to drink at a later date off camera. But yeah, this one sounds like more of obviously a dessert sour with the graham cracker, the marshmallow, and the cinnamon. I'd imagine they're going kind of for like a peach cobbler or like a peach pie or something like that. But yeah, it sounds pretty damn delicious. So yeah, I've already poured it in the glass. Now, if you're not familiar with how I do the whole heavily fruited sours, what I do is I pour them off camera and then bring them on camera and review them because they have a tendency to explode. They have a tendency to undergo a secondary fermentation because of the excessive amount of fruit puree that's in a lot of these, and it happens. So I don't want it to explode all over on camera, but I have not. This is an empty can, and I believe this is either a 17 or 18 ounce glass. So you're talking 16 ounces in there. I did not drink any of it off camera or anything, but I did pour it because, again, didn't want it. This one did not explode, though. This one actually was a very, how do you say, subtle and gentle. It did foam up quite a bit, but did not explode or anything. Anyway, that looks like a crazy fruited sour. I would say mango more than peach if I was guessing what kind of fruits are in here. Obviously, you see all the sediment and all the goodies on the sides of the glass from the peach and probably a bunch of those ingredients. But yeah, that looks like a big, heavily fruited sour. Like, not much more to say about it. Let's get a nose. Yeah, it smells sweet, but not crazy sweet. The peach is there, and it's big peach. I mean, they're using peach puree, but it's like a big, just sweet peach. It's not more towards the core. It's actually just like the flesh of the peach. There is a little bit of marshmallow vibe here. I'd say more vanilla than marshmallow. A lot of times when they put marshmallow in beers, no matter who it is, I get vanilla. And a lot of times when they put vanilla in beers, I get marshmallow. So it smells more vanilla than marshmallow to me. The graham cracker is not really standing out in the nose. It has a like pie crust kind of sensation to the aroma, but it's not necessarily graham cracker. At least I'm not picking that up. And not really much cinnamon either. It smells like peach and vanilla, and it smells absolutely delicious. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. That's really good. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. Oh. The one thing I've noticed about some of the lollipop beers, of the ones I've had maybe over the last, it hasn't been 3 months, 4 or 5 months, they have a nice tartness to them. The first couple that I remember having, they were quite sweet. This is sweet, but it has enough of like a biting tartness to kind of cut it. Body on this one, lower side of full, medium full. It's thick. It's kind of what you expect from these fruit smoothie beers. It has a real dense quality to the body. It's not like you're chewing it, but it's getting close to like a full body. This is a 6.5% beer that body-wise drinks like a 9 or 10% beer. And that's kind of what you want, at least what I want from these fruit smoothie beers. If you're just going to give me a sour beer that's not supposed to like mimic a fruit smoothie or some kind of craziness, then yeah, I want like a medium to higher side of medium body. This is good for what it is, actually quite good. The mouthfeel on this one, it has a proper carbonation, like a moderate amount of carbonation. It's kind of spritzy on the tongue. It's somewhat soft and smooth. It's definitely creamy, probably from the marshmallow. But I would say the mouthfeel is quite proper as well. Body mouthfeel, 2 thumbs up. The taste, this isn't as complex as I thought it was going to be. It's really a sweet and tart peach kind of presence up front that kind of hits your tip of your tongue. As it passes through, that vanilla-esque kind of quality hits, which is probably the marshmallows. I am getting a graham cracker type of note on the back of the palate. And there's a slight spiciness that I would not say necessarily is cinnamon, but it could come off as cinnamon probably to a lot of palates out there. For me, it's just like a generic spiciness that is very subdued and subtle. This is a nice sweetness mixed with a quality to the base sour that's producing like a very, I'd say sharp to strong like tartness. It's not sour, but it's highly tart. So I really like the balance between the sweetness and tartness because you get hit with the sweetness in the front of the palate and on the back, it kind of the tartness hits. Slightly acidic on the back of the throat. No bitterness to speak of. 6.5%, drinks like it's juice, so you can't even tell it's 6.5%. You drink 1 or 2 of these, you'll probably be good for the day. Although beers like this, unless I'm drinking different beers with different characters, this is not a beer that I'm going to sit there and drink 2 or 3 cans of this. I'm going to drink 1 can and enjoy it. Past that, I need to switch something up for my palate just because the mouth feels so heavy. It's this one's very 1 or 2 flavored with the peach and the vanilla and a little bit of that like graham cracker cinnamon thing going on, but mostly peach and vanilla. And I think over the course of 2 or 3 cans, the acidity would kind of build up and it might be a little bit too much and produce some heartburn for me and whatnot. But as is, this is damn tasty. I'm really enjoying it. So rating, also, just the can art for Froth in general is fantastic, but I just love the Liquid Lollipop can art. It's fantastic. Rating though on this one, I have no problem giving this one a high 4.25 out of 5 and go 4.35 out of 5. Doesn't quite get to the 4.5 level. I think if there was a little bit more intensity to the graham cracker and the cinnamon, I'd probably bump it up to that. But for me, it's pretty much peach and vanilla / marshmallow, and that's it. I was hoping for like a peach cobbler in pie form, and it almost approaches that. Again, that cinnamon and that graham cracker for me would need to be a little bit more, just, dare I say, bombastic. Shout out to Paul over at PaTroll News. It would just need to be a little bit more in the mix, so to speak, for it to get to 4.5, but 4.35, 4.5, whatever. It's a great beer. And if you're looking for fruit smoothie, heavily fruited sours in the Western New York area. I mean, you have Mortalis, outside of Rochester, in Avon, New York, and you pretty much have Froth here in Buffalo, and they're doing quite well. For me, I don't think the Liquid Lollipop's quite on the like Hydra levels as far as quality goes, but it's close. And I love that Froth is literally like 10 minutes away from my house. So when I start venturing back out and buying beer, I'm going to try to go to every release and, support them, drink there, when I can and whatnot. But for the most part, yeah, the Liquid Lollipop series is fantastic. And this is another great entry within the series. So price and availability, brewery only at Froth. So you have to live, within a reasonable distance to Froth to pick them up, or have people out there will trade you some cans. And the price point, $25 a 4-pack. I know a lot of people out there probably have a problem, will have a problem with that, and some people out there don't care. I'm kind of like, it's expensive. I mean, you're talking $6.25 a can. That is expensive, but the amount of fruit they're using and the quality of these beers and how good they taste, like $6 a can, $6.25 a can, I'm fine with it. It's not like I'm buying a case of it, but even if you're buying a case, whatever, it's all in the eye in the beholder and what beers are worth to you. If $25 a 4-pack is too much for you, then you don't buy it, and if it isn't, then you do. That's how it works, and that's how it works for me. I think it's worth it, so I do, and some people out there don't, and they don't, so it is what it is. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review and another Western New York Wednesday. Again, I haven't been buying a lot of beer lately, so I still have some beers from Beer Tree Brew Company out of, out of Binghamton, close to Binghamton. I forget the actual, my brain's mush right now. But I'm going to review a couple of theirs for Western New York Wednesday over the next month or so. Probably get some more Froth, some other local stuff here at some point in the next month or two. And yeah, hopefully Western New York Wednesday start kicking up. And I start doing some of the shelfy beer reviews too, because I haven't really bought any, again, beer in the last 3 months. So shelfy beer reviews are kind of shelved. No pun intended, for the next little while. But anyway, rambling on. Appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers. Oh yeah, thanks, Dad. Appreciate it. I think he's going to like this one. I really do. Cheers.